Hi everybody, this is Darryl Lonnie with the head men's basketball coach here at Western Oregon, Craig Stanger. We're going to review some games. We're going to look ahead to some games. A busy road schedule coming up for both the men and the women. Let's talk about your home games this past weekend, Craig. Played a couple of good teams. Thursday night suffered through one of those things that unfortunately you never want to do in athletics. But it does happen. I guess it's happened to everybody. Your team made a great comeback, 12 down, had to make clutch free throws at the end of the game against Seattle Pacific. You accomplished that, and then they make a terrific play with 1.9 seconds left to go to beat you by 2. Talk about this particular game.
Well, you're right. Those types of things happen. Whether it's a Hail Mary in football, you wonder, well, how could the defense let a guy get in the end zone? Yeah, the same type of thing. And then they just made a good play. They were able to get the ball out of bounds quickly. Before we had a chance to get our defense set up, we were in a bad situation, being down 2, having to hit both free throws. So we were, in a sense, what we call kamikaze rebound position. So we were going to send all 5 guys to make sure and get the rebound should he miss that final free throw. So because of that, we couldn't really have anybody back. And then as soon as the ball went through the hoop, we then tried to get guys back, but just wasn't quick enough. And he made a great throw, and it was spot on.
Yep.
And probably couldn't have made that throw again in another 8 tries. But I compliment them, and they're a good program, and they found a way to win.
As it turned out, and it's too bad, your team didn't really get going until near the end of this game. And as a result of that, you had to use all of your timeouts for different reasons, offense, defense, etc. So you wind up at the end of the game with no timeout. Had you had a timeout, I'm sure both of us believe that things would have been different and the scenario would have been different at the end.
Well, you certainly hope so. If you call a timeout, then the other team gets to set up their stuff as well. But we do believe in taking a timeout when we have it to go ahead and get our defense set up and just get ourselves solidified. But that happens. Yeah. We just need to find a way to move on and to improve and learn from that. And so if we're in that opportunity again, we can seize it.
Coach Hill's brought his team in here Saturday. That's Northwest Nazarene. Wow, what an impressive perimeter players they have. What an impressive set of brothers they have on this team. The 2 Isingers, I think they combined for 50 points in this game, and they made shots from everywhere, didn't they?
They did, and that's a good showing of what this league's all about. And we've got some good players ourselves that, one of the nice things we've done since starting league play, even though we've struggled and not gotten the wins, is we've been over 40% shooting from the 3-point line in all 4 of our conference games. And so we've been shooting it pretty well also. But certainly they went on a terrific run in the second half, shooting very well. Certainly our defense could have been better. And as we could have been a little more solid, contested a few more shots, that I feel would have had an impact and would have made a difference. But no, they're good shooters, and we knew that going in, and we need to make sure we do a better job defending them in the second go-around.
Northwest Nazarene shot like 62% of this game, which is pretty hard to win when the other side obviously is shooting that percentage. On the road this week, up on the Alaska trip, dog sleds and all this week, huh, Coach?
It's always a great experience for the kids. So that's one of the nice things about this conference. We travel a great deal. We travel to a lot of locations. It gives kids a great opportunity to see the western part of the United States, many of which haven't seen that. So it's a great opportunity for them. That being said, it's tough. You want to be able to sleep in your own beds and have good rest, and so it stretches and tries our team a little bit. But I think we can do well against these 2 teams up there in Alaska. Fairbanks is a very high energy team, and they've got several guards, a lot like Northwest Nazarene, that can shoot the ball extremely well from anywhere, and are also very quick. And so they'll be definitely a focus for us to be able to contain them. If we can contain them and not let them do just whatever they want, I think we'll have a chance in that contest. We've managed to, and you'd probably know the stats better than I, but we've beaten Fairbanks up there, I think 3 straight years now. And they've also beaten us 3 straight years down here. It's been kind of an interesting rivalry as of late. Neither team can win on their own home floor. So we're looking to continue that trend, at least, going up there and take care of business. Alaska, Anchorage is another very, very solid team. They did lose a couple of their key players, one to injury and one to eligibility, that will have an impact, but doesn't seem to have slowed them down too much because they're still winning. You know, they got a great win the other night at Central Washington. So he's got a great, you know, Rusty's got a great team there, a great squad. They don't beat themselves. They're one of the top defensive units year in and year out that we've gone against.
You play Fairbanks on Thursday, and then I assume you get a flight to Anchorage on Friday, schedule a practice and so forth on Friday, and then play Saturday, and then come back. You come back then Saturday night? How does that work, Craig?
We get that wonderful red-eye flight out of Anchorage every night, and we'll usually have the guys back in their beds by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday.
This, folks, is why I don't travel anymore, right there. The league, let's do a little perspective. The following week, you play Western Washington again. Both of us were so impressed with Brad Jackson's team and how good they are. Your league is all that you said it was going to be at the top. Very, very good basketball team.
It is very good basketball, and Western Washington is heavy loaded with seniors. I think they have 6 seniors on their squad, or at least in their significant rotation. And that plays a role, particularly for us, where we have 4 sophomores and 4 freshmen that are involved in our rotation. That's a big difference, and I'm encouraged by how our players are coming along. Yes, we've taken some knocks. You know, we're not where we want to be in the conference standings, obviously, but I feel confident that we'll continue to work, and you know, we're going to catch some people, and we're going to play well and play hard. And our freshmen and sophomores aren't going to be freshmen and sophomores for long, and you know, the seniors have been contributing hard to help bridge that gap, and this will be a good test for us this weekend, and then yeah, like I said, we'll have a nice opportunity to go against Western Washington again, and hopefully they're looking past us a little bit.
We should plug the fact before we let Coach Craig go that these games on the road for both the men and the women can be seen via video stream. Not only the games in Alaska, but next week are on to Western Washington. And all people have to do is go to the home school's website, their homepage. That's pretty easy to find. You can Google it if nothing else, right? And go from there. Coach Bruce was telling me the story that last week when they were on the road, that he and his son Kyle, who works with him, both watched your game. Great service that is for everybody that's involved and interested in basketball in your league.
It really is, and it's an exciting opportunity for people to see what this level is. As we've talked in previous weeks, we're the only D2 in the state of Oregon. And so a lot of people don't get to see really what Division II basketball is, and so using this internet service is a great opportunity to see that. And everybody likes free.
Absolutely. Free is a very good price. Head coach Craig Stanger of the Western Oregon men's basketball team, and this is Darrell Lonnie.